Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with another viewers game sent to me as part of the collaboration between the largest chess Facebook group, Chess Teachers and Learners, and this YouTube channel Chess to Impress. If you want your game to be analyzed and published in video format, please post it on the Chess Teachers and Learners Facebook group, and please tag my Facebook name Rick Chess to Impress so I can find your post. This game was sent in by Saheli Datta, which is her name on Facebook, also known as Diptanshu Datta, which is her or his chess.com name. I say her and his as the picture on Facebook is of a lady, but the chess.com picture is of a man. I put both of them in the thumbnail of this video. At least that's what it looks like to me. Anyway, I will call Saheli she for the purpose of this video, with my apologies to Diptanshu if it was in fact he who played the game. The game of the mysterious chess player. Saheli played a 10-minute rapid game on chess.com, and Saheli was black in this game. The white player had a rating of 417 and Saheli had a rating of 451. Let's have a look at the game. We'll look at it from the black side, from Saheli or Diptanshu's side. e4 from white and the classical response from Saheli. Bishop c4, knight c6 and queen f3. Yes, that's what beginners do. They play for mate straight away, and we have to be careful because the threat is queen takes f7 and the game is over. Saheli stayed calm and just developed a piece, knight f6. Developing a piece and taking the checkmate threat out of the position. That's how to deal with those early queen moves. Well done, Saheli. c3, not a great move, standing on the natural square of the knight from b1. d6, h3, also a bit of a strange move from white. What does that move do? Bishop e7, and now we understand h3, g4, with the point of playing g5, and if the knight has to play, then queen takes f7 is possible again. Although it will not be checkmate then, because the king has an escape square. But here you should just castle, get the king safe, and if g5 comes we play knight d7, and there is no checkmate on f7, because that f7 point is protected twice and is defended well enough. But here Saheli played a bad one. She played bishop takes g4, maybe panicking, being afraid of being checkmated. But as we saw after castling, there is no problem for black. This is a piece sacrifice, and white said thank you very much, I'll take the piece. White is a piece up. Queen d7, and now Saheli is attacking the g4 pawn with two pieces. It's only defended by the queen. White played d3, trying to get the bishop on c1 into the game. And here you can take on g4 and win another pawn for the piece that you're down. But Saheli decided to castle here, get a king out of the center. Castle queenside. Knight e2 developing, rook to the center, bishop developed, and now Saheli decided to take the pawn on g4. And now it's up to white to make a mistake. Bishop takes f7 was played. Yes, that pawn was hanging, but it's not a good move, because after Saheli's reply, rook f8, that bishop is pinned. And it's not so easy to get out of that pin. White decided to take the pawn on h7, which was hanging. Knight takes e3, f takes e3, and rook takes f7. And that's a nice move. I'm not sure if Saheli had seen this, had seen that the rook, even though it's unprotected on f7, cannot be taken. White took it, and if you want to look for yourself, put the video on pause and see why queen takes f7 is a blunder. It wins a full rook, but it should have cost white the queen here. Because of a discovered attack. Bishop h4 is check, and now the queen on d7 is attacking the unprotected queen on f7. If you take the bishop, black wins white's queen, and black is better. But Saheli did not find bishop h4 check. She played d5, and rook takes g7, and now the queen is protected so that bishop h4 shot does not work anymore. White is a rook up and is winning. But Saheli soldiered on. D takes e4, knight a3 developing. The queen went to h3. White got the king safer by castling queenside, and Saheli took a pawn. Rook d2, and here you can take on d3, and black is still kicking and screaming, still fighting. Saheli played b5, and that is a bit of a strange move. That doesn't do much, apart from the fact that it creates a flight square for the king on b7. White can take the pawn, and he did. Now rook takes d3 is a good move, but Saheli played queen back to h3. And now white can play knight takes a7 check. And that's a nice move. It looks like it gives away the knight, but if you take it, then the bishop on e7 is unprotected. And there's a checkmate threat on c7. So white can play knight takes a7 here, but he took on e4. Saheli gave a check. King stepped up, and rook takes d2 check. Swapping the rooks. You don't really want to swap pieces when you're material down, and that's a good rule of thumb to remember. White recaptures. Queen a1. Queen e8 check. And here you have to play king b7 and the game goes on. But Saheli played knight d8, interposed the knight, and that gives up the protection of the bishop on e7, and white took it. And now it's a forced checkmate for white. King b7 was played, and there is a mate in 2. Again, if you want to see if you can find that mate in 2, put the video on pause and have a look. Mate in 2 is achieved with knight d6 check, knight's move, the c pawn is pinned, king a6, and this is checkmate. And white wins this game. But instead of knight d6 check, white took on c7 with check, also a good move. King b6 and took this pawn as well. The knight on b5 is protected by the queen on e8. But now it's Saheli's turn again. She took with check. King e3 and queen takes b5. Winning a piece back. Saheli is fighting like a lion. The queens got swapped, and rook e7. Of course, white is still a rook up, even though black has won a piece back. Attacking the pawn on e5. So knight c6 to defend it, and it's not only defending the pawn, it's also attacking the rook on e7. And white had missed that. He played knight c1, and Saheli took the rook. And now something very strange happened. White resigned here. Probably disgusted that he gave his rook away. But he's still winning in this knight endgame with 2 extra pawns, although it requires some good technique from white, as the pawns are all quite weak and not supporting each other. I asked Saheli on Facebook what happened, and she responded that white thought for a few seconds and then resigned. That's a lucky win for Saheli, but we'll take it. Saheli, you played a very good game, you made some excellent moves, and there are also some areas for improvement. What I would recommend you to do is scan the position on every move for any checks, any captures and attacks. This will improve your game immediately. You have the time to do that because you took less than 3 minutes for the 30 moves of this game, which is an average of 6 seconds per move, and for your level that is not enough. You'll have to take the time to study the position carefully and look for any checks that you can give or your opponent can give, any captures from both sides, and if any pieces are attacked. These are all forced moves and it's important to spot these. By taking more time for your moves, you'll see that your playing level will go up automatically. But well played, Saheli, and thanks for sending me this game. As I mentioned at the start of the video, if you want your game to be analyzed and showcased in video format, please post it on the Chess Teachers and Learners Facebook group. The link is in the description box of this video. When you do so, please tag my Facebook name, Rick Chess to Impress, so that I can find your post in between the many other posts on the Chess Teachers and Learners group. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you liked the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.